Hey, today on my drive in, I want to really go over how do you go about growing your business and how does signal versus noise play into that? This is not 10 years ago. This is not 5 years ago. Okay. This is not the information age. This is not when, the information age, man, it came and went. And if you think we're still in the information age, you are being smoked right now by 13-year-old kids who are, in their basement freaking vibe coding up everything that it took you, $400,000 to build. Literally, they're literally doing that. Everyone says this, from Elon Musk all the way down to pick an influencer or a big CEO, from tech to philosophy to whatever. The information age is over. Now we're into this like AI, agentic, kind of world. What I'm trying to get at is the signal is identity. Can we become the team? Can we become the company that can deliver that? It's not the information, which means it's not the business plan written up in an executive brief, like people signed off, the claps around the room. That's not it anymore. Like, there's too much competition. Things move way too fast. Ideas come and go so fast, right? What you wrote in that document, by the time that is disseminated, digested, and implemented in the teams, that like 40% of that strategy could be completely wiped out because of a competitor or because of a new technology. Okay, this is like back in the day when people thought, oh man, to really get smart, to really know how to consult, to really know how to direct a business, you need to go to university, you need to go to like 5, 6, 7 years. Well, dude, people started realizing, like me, that like, bro, by the time that information gets synthesized, gets put into a book, gets canonized in some book, a professor goes through it, figures out how to teach it, and then starts teaching it. Dude, if you're fast, if you're lightning fast, that's 5 to 7 years. 5 to 7 years to get an actual business strategy taught in a university, a real effective secret or hack or system, like to actually get it taught. You're talking, if not 10 to 15 years. People who come out with those ideas, they're ancient, man. They're dinosaurs. And they can't get paid because their value is not there. Now, that's table stakes, man. That is table stakes. Like, you got to have it. You got to have a good system. You got to have a great plan. You got to have a great strategy. You got to have great ideas. Like, I'm just saying, those are table stakes now. Can you become the person that can execute that $1 million strategy? Can you survive the failures? Can you lower your personal income? Can you live as cheap and broke as you can, as long as you can, so that you can keep siphoning money into the business, into your ads, into leads, into lead gen, into sales, into people, right? When you're starting out anything, you want to put money into two things: lead gen, which is sales related, lead gen, and people. So, and if you're in a bigger organization, it's like, can you become the team that does it? A number of years ago, I was consulting with a software company, and I just knew, just because of the leadership, it wasn't really the CEO. It was just like the guy below him, and all. They could not become the team, and I knew it. I knew it right away. Like, the first 30 days, like, they didn't have the identity, the plan, the technology was there, the idea, the intellectual property. Man, it was good, but they could not become the people to go out there and execute it, the people with the balls to go out there and do it. They were too scared, too slow, too academized, if that's even a word. I mean, they were just, it was a joke, and I knew that right away. And so when you go and talk to the CEO about that, he was willing to make shifts, but let's be honest, he's not running the company. Another big, influencer right after that, and this person's doing like, has millions and millions of followers and trying to monetize it, and has a potential of easily doing 5 to 10 million easily. Once again, the person, the ideas, the content, it was there, man. It's still there today, but he could not become the person. He could not take on the identity of the hustler, of the grinder, of the relentlessness that it would take for him to go do that, versus like another influencer company that I worked with years ago. I can probably say their name. They're called Tiny Boat Nation. Those guys, man, we literally took them from 0 to 7.7 million, and they almost did 10 million 1 year. And they built out this whole Shopify store and all this stuff. And man, they were grinders, and they still are grinders to this day. like you can still go to TBNet or tbnation.net and see their stuff, and it's just crushing it. So hopefully you got something from that today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow.